Hey, what is up, everybody? It has actually been quite a while since I've done a build stream, so hopefully this works. Today we are going to be building the Academy for Expiring Scientists. And actually, I'm just going to pop a link up in the chat. Maybe, if I can figure out how to do that. Let's pin that up the top. Cool. Well, hopefully everybody can hear me. I see our Hamburg's in the chat. Nice and early. Thanks for joining as usual. Oh, Enthusiastic Bananas in the chat. Awesome. Awesome. Really good to see you guys again. As I said, it has been a while, so we'll see. I changed the setup a little bit, so we'll see what's going on here anyway. But anyway, we're just going to start building because that's what we do. So I have some pieces. I have actually all the pieces laid out. Actually, they're all behind me. Kind of separated into kind of bags, I guess. I kind of split the model up so that I don't have to sift through the entire collection of pieces. So hopefully it'll be pretty smooth going, but it is a big model, so I anticipate I will not finish it in a single stream. We'll see how long we get. This morning I might do another stream this afternoon my time as well, and maybe tomorrow as well. So Rosh, yes, no, I do not plan to build the whole mock. I mean, maybe today over multiple streams, but probably not. Probably multiple streams, maybe today and tomorrow. So yeah, so feel free to pop in if you want to see it further along later. But yeah, I also set up the instructions here. I don't know if people want to see the instructions or not as I go through them, but that's an option. Okay, I'm just gonna dump these out. You can... Rosh, it looks great, by the way. Cheers, thanks. I had a ton of fun building this model. I don't build buildings that often, as some of you have probably guessed. So it was definitely a challenge. I had to do a lot of basically studying on how to build a building. I actually went through the instructions for a lot of the Lego modular buildings and a lot of their recent standalone buildings just to see kind of how people build buildings. Rosh, but was expecting to see more than one submission from you. Yeah, well, I mean, this submission alone took me like almost a solid 2 months to build. So yeah, more than one submission was not happening. But we'll see. I'll probably submit if they do continue the rounds, which they are planning to do. I will likely submit some more models at some point. It's very likely. For this one, I just focused on the kind of look of the model. There's actually no like mechanical or motion features in this, but I think it would be fun to do a model that does have some kind of movement in it, maybe in a future round. How many pieces are Hamburg? It's got like 2,800 and some odd. So it's a fairly sizable model. Definitely not the largest model by any means, but thank goodness, because if it had been any larger, it would have taken me absolutely forever. Probably wouldn't have actually finished it in a reasonable amount of time. hopefully these instructions are clear enough that I can actually build it. Was it not allowed to upload mocks shown elsewhere? Because you have a ton of them on YouTube. No, actually you could have. Yeah, I could have totally submitted something that I had done before. But I mean, I don't know. I wanted to do something new. I feel like all my older models, I mean, they're done. They're old. Ain't nobody wants to see those anymore. I wanted to try something new. How many Bricklink orders? Actually, not too many. I mean, I definitely had to make a few. Probably only 5. Maybe 5 or 6. And they actually weren't even that big, to be honest. Actually, I think I don't have the right colored flowers for some of these, but that is fine. Yeah, maybe 5 or 6 Bricklink orders total. Although that being said, I don't actually have all the pieces I need to finish it. Some of the small details, I'll just swap in some other stuff. There's actually a Bricklink order coming today, maybe. Or it shipped on Friday, so I might get it today or tomorrow. So we'll see if that shows up. It's just got a couple of detail pieces. Do you know what's going to be the next Mulder building for 2024? No. Why would I know that? Alpha is here. Oh, Slamic is here in the house. Do you remember me? Vaguely, yes. Is there a story behind the Academy idea? What kind of Academy is it? There is a story behind it. We're going to delve into that a little bit. I can talk about that a little bit. Interdimensional music. Hello, Mr. Ullman. Hello, welcome to the chat. Oh, I saw a message. Oh, Matt the Lego Maniac is back in the house. He was pretty active in the last few streams before I stopped. Yes, I do remember you. I'm doing well, thanks. Hope everybody else is doing well as well. Ingo Heinem. Hi, I hope Lego makes the Academy. Greetings from the Netherlands. Welcome. Oh, Jake Sadovich is in the house. Jake, I didn't see you post anything for this. Or did I? I don't know. I haven't gone through all of the models yet. There's so many of them. But I don't recall seeing something from you yet. SJ Bander, new to the channel. Welcome. Yes, please no spamming. And English is definitely preferable so that everybody can understand each other. Okay. Yeah, so the story behind the Academy. It's an original idea. There's no, like... It's not based on anything. I was just... oh, that should be... And actually, I don't know if I pulled out all the right pieces here. Oh, well. It doesn't matter. Gotta get some brown. Basically, I was discussing with Crystal about potential models for this program. And I thought it would be interesting to build something, that I hadn't done before. Kind of branch out my repertoire of building skills, perhaps. So I thought it would be cool to build a building. And then we were coming up with ideas on what kind of building to build. And she is a geochemist by education. She's actually got a PhD in geology. But so we thought it'd be cool to make like a research facility of some sort. So yeah, we eventually came up with this. So Jake, I wasn't able to make this time around. Unfortunately, my lug is working on a big avatar layout for the second movie. Oh yeah. Wow, that's awesome. That'll be great to see for sure. Man, it sounds awesome. already. I can just picture it, especially with your artistic skills, and I assume the skills of other people you're working with. There's a lot of opportunity to make like super creative and colorful things in that universe. Cool ship designs, etc., etc. Anyway, so we decided to build this little research academy, and I thought it'd be cool to like dress it up in some kind of like, you know, classical architecture house, which would be pretty interesting. The juxtaposition of like an old school building with kind of this new fangled technology really appealed to me. So we ended up with the academy, and it was originally just going to be called the Academy for Aspiring Scientists. But then we thought it would be more entertaining to call it the Academy for Expiring Scientists and have some fun little vignettes inside of scientists getting into kind of all kinds of shenanigans, getting into trouble. It's basically like a death trap, the entire building. I have my tea. Yes, it is right here. I have some cherry tea today. Oh, Ezra Kornfeld is in the house. Our Hamburg looks like a house from a movie or some pretty cool. It has character. Oh, cheers. Thanks. Yeah, that was the idea. As I said, I just didn't want to make a standard, like, modern research facility. I like to imagine that it's, like, full of a bunch of, like, cantankerous old, like, scientists who are, you know, set in their ways, doing things old school. Don't like the modern amenities. I watched your ideas sets videos. I'm impressed. Really like the pop-up book. Oh yeah, considering buying it now. Yeah, it's probably not too expensive on the aftermarket actually, because it's not like a really high demand model. Are you planning an Ultimate Lego Machine rerun? You know, I keep thinking about it every once in a while, but I think that ship has sailed. I've had a good run, I guess. I made 2 videos, so I guess if you call that a run. So anyway, right now I'm building the foundation for the building. It's actually pretty... it's a pretty large building, to be honest. It's almost like 2 full base plates large. I was originally going... Well, and I actually did. A lot of the prototypes were built onto base plates. I was originally just going to build it as onto 2 base plates, but... then I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna build it on its own standalone foundation, like a lot of the modern Lego standalone buildings are built. So we've got to build up a little plate base for, well, a large plate base for it. Which will actually take probably a little bit of time. It'll probably take me an hour just to build the foundation. We put minifigs in it. Yes, there are 7 minifigs plus a skeleton, plus a pair of legs, which we will all see in a minute. Well, an hour maybe. Will you make a Lego room tour? Okay. Yeah. At this rate, it looks like it's not happening. Also, don't spam the chat. I mean, come on, guys. Could you make a video of a house or castle with traps? Yeah, that would be pretty fun. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like other things to build for future rounds. I actually had I did have a ton of fun building this model. It's really, I don't know, it was a really interesting project. And green 1x2 plates. I never pulled any of those out. It's like not many left. Yeah, so if they do future rounds, I think it'd be fun to branch out again and build something that I don't often build, to see what else I can do. The gray 2x3 should be closer to the blue bricks. You're absolutely right. Thank you for keeping me on my toes. Man, I can't even build my own Lego set. It's terrible. This is what you have to deal with. Okay, green brick. What 2023 set are you excited about, Matt the Lego Maniac? Oh man, I've been so busy. I haven't really been keeping on top of what's coming out, to be honest. I mean, Rivendell looks spectacular, but as I've probably mentioned in the past, I just I don't know if I can do big sets anymore. This is too much of a time investment. I would probably just never build it. Rosh, would the instructions be digital only like the BDP round? Yes, I believe they're just going to be digital. Which is a bit of a shame because, you know, it is definitely a much nicer build experience to have real instructions, physical instructions in your hand, but that it is what it is. I am swapping some of the colors here too, just because it's not really that important. Colors end up using on the inside. Oh, our Hamburg, congrats on a successful domino video. Yeah, it gained some popularity, which is pretty cool. Yeah, that was also super fun to make. Man, I'm actually really surprised at how well it works. I had it running for over an hour on a live stream. For those that may not have noticed, I mean, it's not the most exciting live stream in the world. Probably about the most boring one. But it actually worked, which is pretty awesome. Until it didn't, of course. Boom flop of the real one does include any interactions. I assume you mean like, yeah, moving features. No, it does not actually. It's pretty much just a building. It does include some fun details though, which we'll see as we go. Sadly, not in the basement. Although this is the base of the sea serpent. It's on a turntable, so it moves around. Can you say something in Russian? Not much. Davai. Wolfforce, have you tried the new instructions app? It's actually pretty well made. I did use it recently, and I was pretty impressed. Yeah, it's actually not too bad. I didn't think anyway. At least the last time I used it. It seemed they did improve things a little bit since the previous last time I used it, which was a while ago. Okay, now we're building the base for the sign. If I can find some jumper plates. Well, oh, they're there. I had them in another thing. Rosh, I'm a little worried that many submissions would get copied again by Chinese copycats before the sets make it to market. Yeah, I mean, that is a risk, I guess. And I guess if they want to go through this video, they can see the entire instructions for this. Matt the Lego Maniac, wow, you designed this? You should join Lego Brits 10,000 mock competition. Oh, I'm not even familiar with that competition, but that's fine. Are you an engineer by trade? Yes. Well, actually, no. Software engineer. I don't know if that counts. I did go to school for engineering. I wrote computer software most of my career, though. Time to add some pretty flowers. Arhammer, can you tell a bit more about the process behind Bricklink Designer Program? Is it like Lego Ideas? How do they decide? How can you become part of it? Yeah, absolutely. Currently, the way they're running the program is that anybody can submit any model they like, which is pretty awesome. So it's open to anybody. Obviously, for this current round, the submission deadline has already passed. But there are quite a few restrictions on what you can build. Not necessarily what you can build, although you aren't allowed to build any like IP-based models. So like nothing based on things you don't have the license for. So no like Marvel sets, no superhero sets, etc., etc. Why do I not have enough orange flowers? And you also, there's a lot of restrictions on, hold on, I gotta get more flowers. On how you can build the model. Basically, you're limited to the parts that are essentially currently in production. So there is a palette. You have to build it in studio, and you have to use only the parts that are in production. But otherwise, pretty much you can build whatever you like. And it can only be, it has to be less than 4,000 pieces and greater than 400 pieces. And then there's a few restrictions on how many minifigs can be in it, and how many stickers can be in it, etc., etc. But in theory, they'll be continuing the series. I think they're pretty ambitious. They were planning on doing 3 a year or something, so. Submissions for Series 2, in theory, would start like sometime February, like in July or August or something, which would be pretty interesting. I wonder if there'll be like burnout among designers. Like eventually, I don't know how many like good designs they can continually get over a long period of time. The design quality might dilute a little bit over time. Possibly. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it'll be really interesting to see how that happens. Yeah, keep it English, guys. Okay, so now I'm building up the foundation. We're gonna build some flooring. And originally, again, this model evolved a lot as I was building it. I was originally just gonna have studded floors, but then I thought, well, that was pretty lame. So I tiled everything pretty much except for the attic, which I think does look a lot better. Okay. When does Lego make a giant cat in a box? I mean, in theory, you could submit it to the next Bricklink design program. Oh, thanks, Uber. Just checking to see what you're doing. Give you a thumbs up. Cheers, thanks. Do you like Lego stop motion? Lego Portugal Films. Well, interesting story. That's actually like kind of how I started designing my own models. I used to make brick films back in the day. We're talking like over 20 years ago. In fact, I posted one on my secondary channel. The Rescue was probably the best one we made, me and a friend of mine back in the day. It's like an Indiana Jones recreation of the intro to Raiders of the Lost Ark. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Interesting segue. There's a little Easter egg from Raiders of the Lost Ark in this model. But it's not until we get to the upper floors, so it might actually be a while. It probably won't happen in this stream. Rosh, yes, I know Lego doesn't use tiles in the upper floors, so I made sure to use tiles in the second floor of this model because I wanted to push the limits. Arhammer, you've been part of the program once with the Pursuit of Flight set. Yeah. How long did it take overall from design to release? Well, the Pursuit of Flight set originally started as a Lego Ideas project, so it was probably sitting around in Lego Ideas for like 2 years while it was gathering support, and then eventually rejected. And then it was invited to, I guess, the second series of Bricklink Designer Program. So it was probably like 4 years overall until it, between when I originally designed it and it actually came out as a set. It's definitely a long, long process. This, sadly, this is one of my brown pieces that succumbed to the great brittle brown issues. I've broken so many pieces, but I can just bury that end on the inside, so it's not that big a deal. There's a leftover tile on this one. We'll take that off. Jason Petty's on. Petty John. I love my Pursuit of Flight set. Cheers. Thanks. Zackamation, love your Wind Waker build, by the way. That one really inspired me. Oh, that's awesome. Cheers. Thanks a lot. Love to see a set with your walking animals, the ones that walk down the slope. Oh man, yeah, I built those a long time ago. Cheers and good luck with the build. Thanks, Jeff. Craft and Bricks, who else is excited for the new Indiana Jones sets? Yeah, absolutely. Some of the big diorama looks awesome. Okay. I guess I probably should have made these plates not black. They could have been a brighter color, but I was already using black plates elsewhere in this set, so I figured I might as well just keep using them as such, but probably didn't need to. In theory, I should have one more 1x2. Oh, there it is. What do you think of set 11019? Well, I don't know sets off the top of my head anymore, so you're gonna have to be a little more specific. Totally forgot about the graphing of Lego Cam's video as well. That one was genius and extremely creative. Zackamation, cheers. Yeah, I should make a few more of those. Well, I mean, should. I could make a few more of those, but I feel like showed what was possible. Okay, I need another orange flower. Okay. We'll be doing more Lego dominoes. Nintendo for life. Yeah, I mean, I probably will. I feel like I don't want to like make too many domino videos because then it ends up becoming like spam. But I am planning to make one more video with that domino machine where I just do a bunch of experiments. A lot of people requested in the comments for that video like different things to try with the timing and the colors and such. So I'll probably make a video where I do some of those requested experiments, but it'll probably be a while. I'm actually taking some time off next week, so need a little bit of break from building. This will be the center front steps of the academy. Oh, GD Typhon. When he was little, he thought he gained super strength because he accidentally snapped the brown brick in half. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Common Sense. Fun fact, goldfish have better memory in cold water than warm water. Interesting. There's actually a goldfish in this building. Which again, oh, it's actually in the first room we'll build, so we might get to it today. We will see. Break from building our hamburger. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Well, actually, Crystal has the week off, so we're gonna go do a bunch of stuff. Maybe, well, in theory, head for warmer climes, but I don't think it's actually gonna be any warmer where we're going, so that won't be successful, but Ezra, could you make a domino video where the dominoes go uphill and downhill or even cross over each other? You can make a domino loop shaped like an infinity symbol. Yeah, that would be pretty fun. But sadly, the mechanism I'm using to lift them back up. I mean, that'd be great for just a static domino run. But getting the reset mechanism to work, that would be a whole other ball of wax. Oh, the Pinnacle Gnome is in the house. Hey, we're tuning in from Earth and Space class. Cheers. Crystal is teaching right now. Clearly doing very important things. Welcome to the chat if you're still around. Obviously, we're progressing quite slowly. I'm like halfway through the foundation. Well, actually, which is just about what I figured. It'd take like an hour to build the foundation, so it's been like half an hour. We're halfway through, so I guess that makes sense. One piece I really like, I love these new like inverted bow slopes. Really great for adding detailing. Matt the Lego Maniac, head over to Florida. I'd love to have you. Yeah, Florida's a bit too far away. We're actually just driving, so So we can't go too far unless we spend all our time driving. Okay, here we go. We have a nice little front step. Cool round balls for decoration. And I definitely added some studs so you could pose the minifigs on them. The Pinnacle Gnome. Thanks, my students are stressing over their upcoming calculus test, and I figured we could needed a break from the stress, I assume you meant to say. That's awesome. They need to release minifigs for Mario, yeah. I mean, if they had released like minifig versions of Mario, man, I'm sure they would have been even more popular than they are now. The Mario sets, that is. On second camera, you have a lot of echo. Oh, yeah, actually, I was messing with the settings, so I might actually have multiple audio enabled on that. That's fine, I'll use that sparingly. Thanks for the notice. I'll look into that before I do the next live stream. Leonard Cowboys. Hey Jason, just wanted to ask what your favorite Lego set of all time. Oh gosh, apparently almost half the submissions got rejected. There were over 600 now, 375. It's still too many. Yeah, it is definitely too many. Okay, favorite set of all time. I mean, it depends what the criteria is. When I was a child, it was the Technic forklift, so we'll go with that one for now. But yeah, interestingly, if you mess around with the URLs, I think you can see all the submissions that weren't actually approved, which is pretty interesting because they're just indexed by number. I definitely saw a few that weren't publicly available. But I mean, a lot of them, I know like quite a few people submitted like different versions of the same model because they either weren't aware you could update your model or, there were issues with updating your model for a while. So it's not like all the other sets necessarily got quote unquote rejected. They may have just, been test submissions or weren't really, that definitely doesn't go there. Weren't intended to be the finished models. Oh my god. Anyway, I guess it would help if I added this other plate in so I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm actually building this upside down from my perspective too, so it's a bit odd. Zachamation Numero sets just feel lazy. Too much imagination required. That you have to walk through the level. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit... the whole Mario thing is a bit weird to me. But, obviously I'm not the target audience, so it's fine. Oh, too many pieces in this step. Actually, one of the restrictions for the instructions was you could only have 5 unique parts in every step, so clearly I messed this one up. But I assume that can be fixed easily. Really missed the transparent orange pieces. Oh, do they not make transparent orange pieces anymore? Ezra Corn, but that's why you never used index numbers in URL, yeah. Yeah, I wonder if they'll fix that, actually. Be really curious to see in a few days. because you can totally, yeah, go and check out some projects. And they have like the page is all set up the same as all the other projects. Like there's, you know, can in theory leave comments, although I didn't actually try and leave a comment, so I don't know if it's actually enabled, but Ransom, for any of the projects catching your eye? Yeah, I went through a few of them. Oh yeah, there's some like amazing projects. There are definitely a handful of like super well done, like highly polished models. I was actually thinking of doing a live stream maybe in a couple weeks, like halfway through, and actually maybe just go through like every model. And yeah, just take a look at them all. See what they look like. Have a little discussion about them. I think it would be interesting. Obviously, it would take a little while, but otherwise, like, if I'm going to go through them all anyway, could probably do it on stream and have a little discussion. I mean, some of them are, you know, I don't want to say like terrible, but some of them aren't like as good quality. So I think some of them you'd go through pretty quick. Just not quite as polished or stuff that I'm personally not interested in. But it would definitely be interesting to see what all is available. I noticed there are a lot of modulars and there are a lot of like medieval themed models, so those will get a little tiresome after a while. But I did notice quite a few like really nice, cool, unique designs, so that's good. Oh, Ezra, not transparent neon orange, but normal transparent orange is in production. Oh, you want the old school orange? I like the new transparent orange. But yeah. You would need 3 live streams for all submissions, Rush. Yeah, well, probably 375. Yeah, like even at 1 minute per submission, that's yeah, it's like 6 hours or 5 hours, 6 hours. Yeah, that's crazy. You definitely got to go through fast through the ones that you're not interested in. Transparent neon orange sticks out so clear in my memory, and I don't know why. Zach mentioned. I mean, it was a pretty unique color. But I guess it's kind of like fallen out of favor. I guess with modern building and stuff, it's pretty. I mean, to be honest, it's a bit garish. Like, it's not that great a color, but it's great for like, you know, imaginative play, especially with like space lasers and stuff. GD Typhon, how long did it take to sort your entire collection? I mean, it's not like I sat down one day and just like sorted it all. So let's say like 20 years, I guess. Sorting is a constant thing. I saw Spirited Away once a long time ago and thought it looked neat. Yeah, I mean, Spirited Away is a pretty cool movie. Baron Rod, also love medieval builds. The amount of detail you can put into is astonishing. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll build a medieval build for the next at some point. Although I feel like there's so many of them, it's like, do we really need any more medieval builds in the program? Probably not. There's always going to be a ton of castles, so probably be more interesting to do something a little more unique. Of course, the people that, you know, want medieval buildings, I'm sure would love to have more. And this part of the academy is the greenhouse. So it doesn't really get a proper foundation. The correct answer is yes. Does Lego still use rubber bands in their builds? Yeah, they do. I remember vividly my Lego X-Wing had rubber bands that would allow the wings to contract and expand. I loved it. Zachamation. Yeah, they definitely use them still. I mean, they don't show up, you know, that often, but they're still in production. They still get used. Oh, and every greenhouse needs a little bucket. Gotta water the plants with something. Oh, our hamburger working on Shutter Island biomes. Oh, that's interesting. That's pretty cool. Are you gonna post those somewhere, I assume? I hope. I love me some good biomes. All right. Cuddy, I'm gonna head out as exams need studying. Yeah. Enjoy building and have a nice stream. Cheers. Thanks for joining. Well, clearly I messed up my, what do I need? 2x4 brick. Another 2x4 by 8, 1x6. Oh my gosh. Clearly I did not get all the right pieces that I needed. Thankfully, they're not too far away. Barren rod, like broken bits on a castle wall. To tell a story of either having seen proper siege combat or that it stood there for long enough to have eroded slightly. Yeah, I mean, I do love like realistic details like that in any building, to be honest. But yeah, with the medieval theme, it definitely doesn't seem out of place when you have stuff like that, which is pretty cool. When you have like intentional destruction. GD Typhon, cheers. Thanks for joining. Have fun. We really need cathedrals. If we can have Taj Mahal, pyramids, and Greek Egypt temples, then we can include proper cathedral. Yeah, I saw one cathedral in this program, which I thought was pretty interesting because yeah, I'm not sure what the like religious content policy is for this series, but yeah, in the past they've definitely kind of disallowed any kind of religious symbology. What I would love from Nintendo and Lego's Luigi's Mansion set. Yeah, that'd be cool. Like a build of the entire mansion. Yeah, I mean, that'd be pretty big. Mr. Common Sense with the fun facts. 46,001 is the record for number of push-ups in a day. That's ridiculous. There's a Lego frog somewhere in here, yeah. Actually did have a frog in the basement at some point. I didn't include it in the instructions. I should have left it in actually. But I was like super rushed when I was finishing this model because it was getting pretty close to the deadline. So at some point I just had to like finish it and submit it. Oh, our hamburger will post it on his channel when he's done. Cheers, that's awesome. Oh, I think somebody's telling a joke in the chat. Sorry, I don't have the bandwidth to read it. Oh, okay. These are the tables for the greenhouse. And then the last of the... Oh, actually, I think there's a piece missing there. Clearly, I need to actually pay attention to the instructions so I don't forget anything. Oh, I'm like way back. Oh my god. Clearly, I just missed a step. That goes the other way. I don't know, that's better. I'm back on track. Okay, also forgot that piece. Clearly some of these are extra. And we have some vines growing up the side of the building, so they actually start all the way down here. I thought it was easier to build them as I was building the foundation. And they're all connected, reinforced with these little plant pieces, which works surprisingly well. It's pretty nice. These are all anchored in the same way. Just some ivy running on the ground. All right. Clearly these are extra. And a little bonus frog. Okay, that's bag one, I guess. Okay, try and reply to the chat a little bit. Are you excited to build with the new plate 1 by 1 by 2/3, half round with side stud on the larger round plates? Or the larger round plates. Well, I do like that new piece. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm excited to get some and try and build with it. 130 decibels can burst your eardrums. Ooh, yeah. 185 will kill you. Wow, Ezra, with the fun facts, the T-Rex could kill you without even touching you. It's ridiculous. Oh, more technical steampunk Lego builds that could technically serve a proper purpose with details on top of their functionality. Baron Rod, yeah, that's a pretty great idea. I didn't see any steampunk builds in this current round that I recall, so there's probably not many of them, but yeah, it's clearly an under-tapped market, I guess. Rush, I see you used Lego technique to add colorful bricks inside the base. You're afraid the AFOLs would not be able to find the correct parts. Yeah, it seems like a weird stipulation as part of the rules to specifically mention that, because it just seems unnecessary. Lego Mastery Creations. The build looks good so far. Yeah, here we go. Fancy foundation. Okay, but we're going to start building bag number 2. We've got a lot of fun facts going on. Mr. Common Sense, here's one of mine. Fun fact: inside the ship engine room, it's as loud as traffic, and the engine is so massive that you can easily fit inside the piston chamber. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, we're going to start building up some of the first room, which is the Ocean Research Lab. Here's bag number 2. Oh, in this bag we have our first minifig, which is Mr. Minifig. I don't know if the focus works on this camera. Some old dude scientist, cantankerous professor. Okay. No, I was not in the right spot. Spread these out a little bit so I can find stuff. We need a couple of these and that. Ezra Cornfield, the crows, yep. Corvids, yeah. Are very, very intelligent, yeah. I mean, yeah, they're crazy intelligent. We have some out in the back, and it's hilarious to watch them because we have a bird bath with water in it in the summer. And every once in a while, the crows they'll find like an old piece of bread or something, like a piece of bagel or a piece of pita, and they'll go and soak it in the bird bath to soften it up before they eat it, which I always think is hilarious. Rosh, I see many are trying to get Lion Knights, battle packs with the BDP sets. Yeah, I hope the BDP will not just be inundated with medieval sets. But I guess ultimately they get to decide, like the people running the program get to decide what sets they'll produce. So they're not just going to produce like 5 castles or 5 modulars. On the same hand, I'm sure they'll pick a variety of sizes too. So in that respect, you're probably better off designing like a smaller model because there's less competition. Because I'm sure they'll pick a model that only has like under 1,000 pieces for sure. And I don't think there's like that many of them as I was going through. So in some respects, you might have a better chance if you actually make a smaller model. If you decide to build a modular, like the competition is just pretty big. They're probably only going to build one or pick one. So 2 1 by feet. Oh, the one before. So yeah. Mr. Common Sense, corvids are my favorite birds of all time. Yeah, they're pretty awesome. Okay, the Ocean Research Lab. It's the floor is not too exciting. It's just basically concrete. So just mostly use gray tiles. Although there is a rug in front of the fireplace. Dark red. Probably not very hygienic when you have a wet floor all the time. But it is the Academy for Expiring Scientists after all, so I'm pretty sure they don't care too much about following all the best safety precautions. And I added some nice grills on the floor as drainage, so any water that gets spilled will can easily drain away, quickly drain away. Oh my gosh. Ezra wants to befriend some crows so that if someone is mean, they will poop on their car a lot. That's hilarious. Yeah, random fact chat. That's fair. You guys can discuss whatever you guys like, within reason, obviously. Certainly the building is not all that exciting, so. Okay, and I decided to make the fireplace have Some dark tan tiles inside. Will yours be modular? It is technically not a modular building. It doesn't like fit the standard by any means, so I guess no. Not modular. Although, I mean, it's still just a building, so it's not that dissimilar from a modular. So yeah, I'm not sure if they'll pick like a modular and another building. So, I mean, to be honest, I think the chances of this being selected are not that high, but you know, I guess, I mean, you never know. You can't win if you don't play the game. And it was actually super fun to build, so I had a blast making it. What set is this? Jay Hendren. Is this an official set? Or Bricklink 1? I don't recognize it and can't find it on BrickSet. No, this set does not exist yet. It's part of the Bricklink designer program. So if you would like it to become a set, you can follow the link. I'm pretty sure there's still a link in the pinned comment at the top. Add your support. And by that, it just means voting whether you like it or not. Okay, getting through the floor. Still going hiking or found new hobbies? Rush. Oh yeah, we still do a lot of rock climbing and well, it's winter here right now, so not so much. We did some cross-country skiing in the winter, which was always fun. Definitely a great way to get outside and stay active. Why am I missing a jumper plate? Easier just to go get one. Yeah, and we'll probably do some hiking next week as well. Okay, that's that part of the floor. I considered putting a safety railing around this gaping hole in the floor to the ocean, but then I thought, what kind of academy is this? Obviously, it's the Academy for Expiring Scientists. They don't need no stinking railing. If anybody falls in, well, that's their own fault. Then we're gonna have a nice little ledge. Okay, so the oceanography room has a bunch of like ocean research equipment, scuba tanks and stuff. Let's build some tables up first. Lego room tour. Yeah, dude. No spamming, my friend. The most venomous snake is the coastal taipan. Interesting. Clearly, none of them live near us, thank goodness. There's not a lot of venomous things in Canada. Occasional rattlesnake, depending where you live, but that's pretty much it. I guess black widow spiders, maybe. Okay, tile, there it is. They all live in Australia, yeah. Just gotta stay away from them. We spent a month in Australia a few years ago. It was super fun. Tried to avoid all the venomous things. Oh, I got a little fire in the fireplace. Oh, interesting. Oh, there it is, black. Fire in the fireplace. Oh, our hamburger water snakes, but they're not venomous. Philip Baudouin. Yes, we just have to watch out for raccoons. They are definitely a menace. Not venomous, but annoying. We definitely have some raccoons around because in the complex behind us, our backyard, there have like an open dumpster just in the parking lot. So the raccoons and the squirrels love it back there, as you can probably imagine. Ryan M, when if building other sets, do you typically stick to spec or do you sometimes change things as you go? If I'm building a set, which actually doesn't happen that often, I actually usually just follow the instructions. But it depends what it is. If it's like a Crater 3-in-1 or something, then maybe I'll build my own thing out of the parts. But usually if I'm just building the set, you know, I want to kind of experience it the way the designers intended, just to kind of see what Lego has been doing these days. It's always interesting to see what techniques Lego uses and such. Mr. Common Sense International bird is the swallow. Wow, pretty exciting. Can you show me a 1x1 tiles? Sure. Do you get compensated if your build gets picked? Yes. Bricklink designer program? Yeah. I think you get like 5% for this round. 5% of net sales. Now we're building a little submersible. Actually, oddly enough, the yellow 2x2 round plates, which is like a super common part, wasn't in the palette. So in the official model, I'm using gray ones, but I assume that's just an error. If on the off chance this actually does go through, I'm hoping that can get changed. Or it can be gray, it's fine. It's not that big a deal. But I built this little like remote control submersible thing, which I think is pretty cool. So they can go explore the ocean depths. I guess they better be careful about. Actually, maybe it's just a lake, not an ocean. I don't know. If it was an ocean, it would probably not work very well. When the tide comes in, the entire academy would be flooded. We can pretend it's the ocean, though. Fall in love with the Hachiroku24 channel. Yeah, I mean, he's a super talented builder. Has all kinds of great stuff. I don't know if he submitted something for this round. He's definitely got some idea sets and such. But yeah, super talented builder. Love his work for sure. Oh, now we're building the sea serpent. Every academy needs a sea serpent to as a pet. What do you think is the most important skill when building Lego MOCs? Creativity? Is that a skill? Actually, don't know if that's technically classified as a skill, but creativity is definitely a big one. I mean, as far as technical skills, it's just a matter of like knowing techniques on how to put things together. Why am I missing a... Oh, there it is. I mean, the more kind of cool little building techniques you know and are familiar with, the more interesting you can kind of make your model. Serpent has pretty aggressive fangs, but don't let that scare you away. It is clearly a friendly serpent. Friendly little sea serpent. And he goes on his little turntable so he can move his head around. Oh, did he submit the Iron Giant? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, yeah. Oh, did he sit? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. His ideas project is the Iron Giant. Yeah. Or one of his. Yeah, it also looks pretty awesome. Although there have definitely been Iron Giants before that have not been selected, sadly. So I don't know if there's like licensing issues or what. But obviously Iron Giant is a pretty popular thing. Have you seen the Brick Experiment channel? Yes, Negative Skull. Yeah, obviously. I mean, he's become super popular. Although he doesn't really post a whole lot, which, you know. But I love, yeah, he's got a lot of good, like, engineering and stuff going on. A lot of good techniques. Well, no. A lot of good experiments. Hence the name, Brick Experiment channel. I don't know why I don't have all the right pieces for this, but... oh, it was right there. Right in front of me. I just missed it. Lion Brick has some videos on great techniques. That's cool. They need the sea serpents for science purposes, obviously, yes. You can't have a good academy without a sea serpent. Glad you used the new half pins with friction for the eyes, yes. Yeah, I use them quite a bit in this. Same with the arms. For the submersible, I use the half pins with friction so that the bar stays in place. Yeah, so the eyes can stay where you pose them, because, yeah, otherwise it's a bit annoying. As someone who's kind of new to all this, I think I like the kinetic ones most. Oh, cheers, thanks, Ryan M. It's just so awesome seeing how some of them work. Yeah, I mean, obviously I love the kinetic models as well, since I build a lot of them. Just decided to branch out a little bit on this one. In some ways it's easier because I don't have to worry about making things work. But on the other hand, it was quite a bit more challenging because it turns out I don't really know how to build a building properly. So there was a lot of like figuring out how to build windows and roofs and things. It was definitely a learning process. Oh, our Hamburg will build your prairie dog set. Can't stand it as it's so cute. That is pretty cute. Jason rocking the MS Natural 4000 keyboard. One of my all-time faves. Yes, I do. I do like the Natural keyboard. Do you make all those which are on your videos on your own? By the way, I'm an old subscriber. Negative Skull. Oh, cheers. Yeah, I think pretty much, well, yeah, pretty much all. Maybe not quite all the videos are, but like 99% of them are. I think there might be like one or two or three videos that I didn't design, like the side-loading garbage truck. I just really love that model, so I made a little video showing how it was built. I'm actually surprised it's not in the Bricklink design program. It was on Lego Ideas and it got rejected. I should actually contact the creators of that to see if they... Hold on. Somebody sent me a message. Yeah, the side-loading garbage truck. Yeah, I'm surprised it wasn't actually in this list, or at least I didn't see it in the Bricklink Designer program. Demolus, Picos, new around here. Big fan of your videos. Cheers, thanks. I'm sure I butchered your name. Are you afraid of spiders, Razin? Well, it depends how big the spider is. I mean, there's a lot of spiders we have like in our house, you know, harmless ones, so they're fine. The old scientist is feeding the serpent apples, but as we're just about to find out, you're not supposed to feed the serpent apples. I had a fun little... I did make like 9 stickers for this set, because you were allowed to add stickers, so... I made this little one of the first sticker we'll encounter. Actually, I ordered them from Million Prints, which is Marc Andre. He's in Montreal, which isn't too far from us. He did a rush order, thankfully, and I got some stickers shipped so that I could actually add them to the real model. I'm not really a big fan of stickers, to be honest, but I thought it was pretty funny to have. I thought it would be pretty cool to have some stickers in this model. And the don't feed the serpent. Oh, actually, that's supposed to be a bar, I think. Oh, I don't even know. Clearly, I'm getting ahead of myself with the sticker. First, we got to build a little chair. The trash compactor, our hamburger, yeah. Our hamburger, yeah. Okay, sorry, I kind of got derailed there. A little bit. Massive. Oh yeah, we were talking about spiders. Tarantulas are not that dangerous. Tiny funnel web spiders are deadly venomous. Negative Skull, great. If you make your own, you're a genius. Oh, cheers, thanks. Inspired. I'm inspired. But in my country, Lego are quite expensive. Yeah, I mean, they are expensive pretty much everywhere. Although, yeah, definitely more expensive in some countries than others, which is unfortunate. It's definitely not a toy for those without some expendable income. We have a little chair so the old man can sit in his little recliner if he likes. Watch the serpent. And obviously we have a little coffee table. I guess that's just more of a side table. A little coffee cup on it. Many Lego sets look really bad without the intended stickers. Yeah, I mean, I never put stickers on the Lego sets because I just take them apart and use the pieces for other things anyway. But oh, now we're gonna add a bunch of stuff. Got some water samples in front of the window. for some random reason. I was just adding details. Used to have the World Racer set. Oh, with the green-white Formula car and the black-red car. I can confirm that the Formula was sadly slower. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of big spiders. I guess we were in Australia, so we probably did see some there. But around here, there's not so many. Okay, here's some scuba gear. I decided the scientists definitely need some scuba gear to go explore the ocean. Oh, and we finally get our... Clearly there was supposed to be a bar for this sign. I don't know what happened to it. I just gotta get one. So we have the "Don't feed the serpent" apple sign. Don't feed the serpent. Slug Biker, glad to catch the live stream. Cheers. Question: how hard was it to create the instructions? What tools did you have to make it easier? Yeah, I just used Studio. Actually, most of the time when I make instructions, I use my own tools to do it. So I haven't actually sat and done instructions in Studio before. And I have to say, it wasn't that bad, actually. I mean, I'm not too thrilled about some of their, like, you know, the look and feel. Like minor stuff. Like, for example, the step number in all of Lego instructions, it's below the, like, list of parts. I have no idea why they put it to the left. So the list of parts ends up taking more space. And it's been that way for, like, years. I don't know why they decided to do it that way. And that's the way I do it in all my instructions, too. I also would much prefer rounded rectangles, you know, and like some other minor things. But as far as physically laying out the instructions, it was actually pretty quick and easy. I was pretty impressed, to be honest. Like changing the view and matching the view to previous steps and all that, it wasn't too bad. I mean, it probably still took me like an hour to go through and set up all the layout, but why no trans blue bricks? Yeah, I thought about doing it, but to be honest, well, I wasn't really feeling it for the water. Oh, Ecstatic Ethan is in the house. So Jason, how are you? Yeah, I'm doing great. How are you? Thanks for popping in. Oh, Ezra made a robot arm with Spike Prime education kits. That's cool. Yeah, it's a pretty challenging project. Okay, that's bag number 2. I have actually no idea how many bags we have. Why no trans blue plates for the water? Yeah. Yeah, as I mentioned, I thought about it, but to be honest, it kind of detracted from the look I was going for. It was almost like too realistic. And obviously this academy, this whole build is very like tongue-in-cheek, so I just wasn't jiving personally with the look I was going for. Can you wish my little brother Kenny Gurr a happy birthday? Happy birthday, my friend. Watching from Houston, Texas. Cheers. Hope you have a good one. Ezra spitting the truth. Kind of ruins it when you spam if your name is comment section spam. Yeah, it's a little bit jarring. Mr. Common Sense, fun fact about me. The date when Fallout New Vegas was released was my birthday. Wow. Very notable. Okay, so that's the interior of the oceanography room. We'll have our little submersible. Oh, actually, I put the red friction pins on the submersible. It's supposed to be gray, but whatever. Fix it in post. Okay, now we gotta start building up some of the walls. We're gonna complete this room. Bag number 3. Get some like medium nougat going on. And actually, I think when we finish this room, I'll take a break. It'll be end of the morning stream. But, well, we'll see how I feel. But it's getting close to lunchtime, which means I get hungry. And I do not work very well on an empty stomach. One new part. Oh, man, I love this new part. 1x2 brick with a single stud on the side. Oh, yeah, really nice. Definitely one of my favorite, more recent parts. There's so much medium nougat in this. Oh yeah, sometimes I have ideas for a build, but the cost holds me back. Yeah, I feel you there. How about replacing... how about replacing the round 1x1 flat tiles by these rounded plate with knobs on? It would look much smoother. The round 1x4 flat tiles. Oh, by the round plates with knobs on it. Yeah. I mean, they are actually underneath. I don't mind the gap actually in the floor. Maybe it's like extra drainage. Just use your imagination. But yeah, I mean, obviously it's my model, so I can build it the way I like. Ray, yo, sorry I'm late. Hi, cheers. Thanks for joining. Are these instructions free? They are if you watch this video. Actually, I haven't released the instructions, nor will I probably. Yeah, it's part of the Bricklink designer program, so... I mean, eventually, if it doesn't get selected, I might release the instructions at some point. After I make them better, obviously. But, what do I need? 1x8. Do I have a 1x8 brown in here? I don't think I do. I think I was running low on 1x8 brown plates, so I just used 1x6s and 1x2s. Do I cook our Hamburg with the hard-hitting questions? I mean, I can prepare a meal like nobody's business. But I would definitely not call myself a cook. We always make our own dinners, Crystal and I, so... But I'm definitely in the follow the instructions camp. Basically, Crystal tells me what to do, and I do it. I've gotten to the point where I can, you know, make a decent stir fry on my own, and some other things. We actually do make some kind of fancy meals every once in a while, but I would definitely not classify myself as a cook. Okay, so the way I designed these walls is pretty sectional, you know, kind of similar to how I think Lego designs their modular walls. So all the walls are built in these like sections and then they're all tied together. Here's a second sticker on my, I don't know if you can see it better on this camera. it's my goldfish. This was definitely Crystal's idea, to have the element information for gold with a little fish on it. Nice little artwork on the ocean room. And then what else we got? We got a little harpoon for catching your dinner. Ray, I'm here till show's over, got nothing to do. Lately, too many specialized pieces. What was earlier done with regular pieces? Yeah. I mean, I kind of agree. They do seem to be coming out with so many specialized, well, I mean, but a lot of the new pieces actually do fit into the system really well. So I can't really complain too much, but there are definitely a few that I question. I'm like, did they really need to make that? We got some flippers on the wall to go with our scuba gear. There we go. I don't know if the audio is still... Okay. No. Okay. I think I may have fixed the audio on this shot. Hopefully. Somebody can let me know. But here we go. Little shot look at the inside. Sorry, I'm missing a filter between my brain and my mouth sometimes, yeah. How can you tell if it's a friendly sea monster? Well, because it's smiling, obviously. Just ignore the fangs. It's smiling at you. Honestly, you'd be surprised how many associates, basically starting out lawyers, watched YouTube in their downtime. So yes, I like memes. I would have used a Lego fish on the graphics though. Oh, yes. And of course, now that you mention that, although I don't know if they make any fish that really look like goldfish, but yeah, probably should have. Okay, we're building some windows. Why is there a periodic symbol for gold? Yeah, because it's a goldfish, obviously. Now it's working. Oh, cheers, thanks. Yeah. Why does it look like you're hiding a water bottle under your keyboard? I have no idea, because there's nothing under the keyboard. I feel like you haven't made much progress, brick level. Yeah, an hour and a half. Yeah, because I haven't. It's definitely slower to build when I'm trying to chat at the same time. I was thinking we need more koi tiles. Yeah, koi fish would be nice too. Well, I mean, goldfish technically are a koi fish, are they not? They're all part of, well, they're all part of the carp family, if I believe. I'm sure Ezra can educate us on the biology. One more water bottle. They have that goldfish bowl print. Was in Sesame Street. Yeah, but I don't think it was part of the palette for this. Oh, Fuse. Hello from a Canadian deep in the American South. Oh, cheers. This is my sea monster, Craig. He likes blue Gatorade and killing fish. Craig is now its name, I guess. Is his servant's name Steven? Feven? If I were a Lego fish, I'd definitely call myself Austin. Koi fish are very large and expensive goldfish. Yes. I knew Ezra would come in with some hard-hitting facts. Okay. Wall section number 2. They are carp, yeah. They grow to the size of the container. If you release a goldfish, it will grow huge, yeah. Yeah, I never had fish as a kid or anything. But one of our neighbors, friends of ours, has quite a few fish. They're pretty fun to... He breeds some of them too, which is pretty cool. And actually, Crystal had some. She's got a pond in her greenhouse at work. So at some point, she had some last year. I don't know if they're actually still alive or not. I'll have to ask her. She hasn't mentioned them in a while, so I have a feeling they might no longer be. Oh, I think maybe she gave them away to somebody. I can't remember. Ralph Venezuela. Fun fact, koi fish can grow legs and can walk on land sometimes. That is nuts, if that's true. Hope you add some engines after you finish the sets. Engines to my academy? I'm not sure that would be appropriate. Okay, here's one piece that I'm missing. I don't have this, I don't know if you can see in the instructions, I have this remote control, like gaming controller thing for controlling the little mini sub, but I don't actually have one. It's in the Bricklink order that should arrive imminently. Hopefully if it doesn't arrive today, it arrives tomorrow. So I will have to add it in later. Oh, and for lights in the academy, they all have... I tried to be consistent with my light fixtures in this building, so they're pretty basic. Just a little bar with a stud and that funky cone. Upside down cone for a little light fixture. I think it's like understated and elegant. Wall section number 2. And then we'll tie these together a little bit. Now we're going to build up the mantle a little bit on the fireplace. Looks like nougat, yeah. It's the medium nougat, I think, is the color of the walls. It's not a bad color. Actually, I do like it sometimes. When I was deciding what color to build this, yeah, I wasn't really sure, but as far as brick color, it is pretty nice, I think, anyway. Obviously, some people may disagree, which is fine, but... Fun fact, I lied. Yeah, I was questioning the validity of that statement, but never believe everything you read in a chat. That's for sure. Okay, wall panel number 3. Actually, I do really like splitting up the build in this way for buildings. That way you're never really working on the entire massive building all the time, because sometimes it can get a bit awkward to move the building around if you're always having to deal with it. Oh, interesting. That is clearly not the way that was supposed to be. Built a western bank out of medium and nougat wall profile bricks, and it looks awesome. Our Hamburg, yeah. I'm not surprised. It sounds awesome. Clearly, I'm missing a piece. Brown 1x1 plate. Wow, somebody busting out the old caps. Why does the description say Academy for Expiring Scientists? Yeah, because that's what it is. Basically, the official name is the Academy for Aspiring Scientists, but they don't really have a good safety track record at this academy, so the locals have definitely just started calling it the Academy for Expiring Scientists. It's definitely more entertaining that way. But our Hamburg built the Western bank on a medium nougat wall profile bricks. Looks awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think it is a pretty good color for just like basic masonry bricks. I dig it anyway. Oh, clearly I already messed up this build. This piece. Oh, actually I used the right piece. I just didn't put it on the right way. And we get another light fixture to match. But Kai B, love your builds. Cheers, thanks. No need for the old caps though. Finally, the person asked. What has been your favorite build so far? Like, of all time? That is a broad question. Okay, wall panel number 3. We're starting to enclose the room a little bit. And we're gonna put some finish, build up the chimney some more. Tie them all together. Oh, and I decided to add, this is a standard Lego print. It's like African savanna with elephants, which is pretty cool. I really like this tile, actually. It's really nice. So I can imagine some of these scientists who are on great adventures in the continent of Africa and perhaps are fondly remembering, you know, times when they were on great adventures. How will you do the 45-degree walls? You mean the roofs? Yeah, the roof panels actually just sit on top. But we'll get there when we get there. The sea monster wobbles when you move the build, yeah. I mean, sea wobble monster is a bit mobile. Should I get the Lego Bugatti? Sure. I mean, if you like Technic supercars, then why not? I bought the Porsche, the first one, and I mean, it's pretty cool, but I took it apart pretty quickly. I'll probably sell it, to be honest, because I really have no need for it. What is your favorite Lego theme? I do like the creator theme quite a bit, actually. That's a great print. Let's say, what was your favorite 3-in-1 set? As we all know, that's your favorite Lego theme. Yeah, creator 3-in-1. I still think right now my favorite was the shark, the blue shark. Or Deep Sea Adventures. I don't know what the actual set was called, but the one with the dark blue shark that I made swim. That set was awesome. So yeah, that's probably my favorite so far. Oh, the foundation. Oh, the flowers. The foundation lays walls out at 45-degree angles. Yeah, they'll be on hinges. Actually, we'll build that soon, I think. Ezra. Yeah, they're just on hinges. So, yeah, it's pretty simple. I like when chimneys are functional, like they have a hole down the fireplace. This one definitely does, up until this point. Sadly, for the second floor, I did have to put a plate. There's one plate blocking it, which is unfortunate. Animal fact coming in from Mr. Common Sense: when an elephant charges at you, the ears not visible, don't run. If the ears are spread out, better make sure you run away. I will definitely remember that next time I encounter an elephant. Happens all the time here in Canada. But that is a fun fact, though. Absolutely. The current creator Parrot matches the Lego house Redbeard. Oh yeah, pretty well in scale. Interesting, yeah. Do you like the 6-1 minifig build? Oh, yeah, I mean, it's okay. I guess. I have no desire to get it, though. Jason built it in a stream. Check it out. He was excited like a child in a candy store. Yeah, I don't know which one you're actually talking about. The koi fish, maybe? Yeah, anyway. Okay, I gotta pick up the pace here a little bit. We'll see if we can finish this room before I stop for lunch. Oh man, I think that brick is on backwards. Are these bricks on? Oh no, I guess that's part of the inside. It's important to get your masonry bricks on the right way. Actually, it's not important at all, but the OCD in me wants to put them on the right way. What was the first ever Lego you built? Set, I guarantee it was a set of basic building blocks. It probably just had, basic bricks. I remember it had some roof, like some slopes for old school roof on houses, and I think it had some wheels, the old wheels with the metal pins that you had to stick in. What was your first Ezra Kornfeld, a more applicable animal fact: if a moose urinates while making eye contact, stop eating or drinking or lays its ears back, you're in danger. Yeah. Definitely seen a fair bit of moose, but most of the time, I mean, we've definitely encountered moose while hiking occasionally. Not very often. Mostly have seen them while driving. Okay, wall panel number 4, and I think that's the last wall panel for this room. Well, other than the bay window, which we will do right now. Oh, clearly I completely... Why am I missing a 1x6 plate? By 6 plate. And then these tiles line the inside of the bay window. Did you grow up with Lego or did you discover it later in life? I definitely grew up with it. Didn't have a ton. Oh, what? Oh yeah, these are actually. I need those. Those come later on this bag. This actually bag has 2 parts. That is not the bay window. Picked the wrong bag. Where is my bay window? That is a good question. Oh, there it is. Found it. Yeah, I grew up with Lego. Didn't have a lot of it growing up, but it really left a pretty big impression on my life. Had a few little Technic sets. Forklift was the favorite one. Had a couple of classic space sets and some basic brick, but that's pretty much it. Oh, something random. Fun moose fact. Moose calves can outrun a human by the time they're 5 days old. That's awesome. Someone was commenting on the interior. Yeah, it's not too bad so far. I tried to add, a lot of interior detail just to make it like a lived-in model. Oh, Legendary Mix, thanks for joining. Slug Biker, some people talk about the good old days of Lego, but those wheels were terrible. And tires always warped. Yeah, I mean, Lego has definitely improved in most ways over the years. Are you happy with the latest Lego idea selections? I really wanted the Taskmaster house to be picked. Oh yeah, I mean, I do love Taskmaster, but I feel like it'd be pretty niche. I mean, I do like some of them. I mean, didn't hear Choco's insects were picked. Sorry, I can't pronounce his name at the moment. And John Carter's Tales from the Space Age. I really love both of those. Those are pretty awesome. The Mandalorian. I tried watching The Mandalorian. To be honest, I couldn't get past like the first 4 episodes. It's just not very... Yeah, I don't know. It's too slow or something. Rosh, Lego Ideas is ruined. Good thing there's the BDP to replace it. Jason gets hangry. Yeah, I do get hangry when I get hungry. It's terrible. I'm definitely getting hungry. 90% of the time, 99% of the time, you should not swerve to not hit an animal. The 1% is moose. Yeah, you definitely do not want to hit a moose. Moose are absolutely enormous. Hachiroku, yes. Thanks. Okay, we're building a bay window. We're trying to. So yeah, I'm just using these hinge plates to get the bay window shape. There should be a 1x3 plate in here somewhere. Yawn bro, yeah, I should actually start building. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's my stream, so I can do what I want, but, But yes, I should start building. Yeah. Wouldn't get hangry. Nobody likes getting hangry. Oh man, it's the worst. I tell you. I should have packed a Cliff Bar for this live stream or something. Sadly, there's no food within reach. It's funny because whenever we go hiking or anything, I always have like something in my pocket. Some kind of snack, Cliff Bar, protein bar, something. Because I know as soon as I start hitting the wall, everything goes downhill. Hachiruko's latest model is killer. The Indiana Jones mock, so cool, yeah. I mean, yeah, he's a super talented guy, for sure. Streaming in my hiking gear next time, yeah. Indeed. So many windows in this model. Got a little bay window action, and then we'll tie these all together with hinges on the top as well. But I tried to do something a little bit funky with this, with the arches, which hopefully is okay. I'm actually using these wheel hub arch things. They don't have studs on the bottom, but I'm pretty sure this is still legal because these studs at the top of the windows don't have the Lego logo on them. So there's actually no clearance issues. So you can actually just sit these in here and then tie them together on the top with other plates. And I really would have liked these in light gray, which they have made in the past, but they weren't in the palette, unfortunately. But, you know, that's just one of the sacrifices I had to make. Pack an apple instead fills you up way more, Mr. Common Sense. Well, I'd question that. Apple's pretty heavy. When you're going on long escapades, you're just carrying around a lot of water when you carry an apple. If you're climbing up, how does everything go downhill? Oh, I wish those nice double shutter windows would come back, yeah. Oh, Lorraine, welcome to the chat. Big fan of the colors used. Cheers, thanks. Okay, here's my bay window. Yeah, so it's just hinged, so you can actually just open it flat if you actually wanted to. Obviously, you would not. I actually had a system of locking the angled windows in place, but I ended up not going with it. And then the top of the bay window is a little balcony. For the astronomy room, which we will be building later. And basically the bay window just sits right in there. So it's pretty securely placed, and it'll get anchored in on the top with some plates as well. These ones here. Actually, I think I was playing around with the design of this section a little bit, so I might not have all the pieces I need out. Yeah, clearly I changed things a little bit. Oh, Rosh just got the observatory today. Yeah, that model was pretty awesome. I didn't order it, but I really liked it for sure. It was definitely one of the more popular ones from the last round. It's kind of crazy that it took them so long to ship those models. That's one of the, I guess, sad things about this program is it does take so long. In one of the recent streams, I was building the skeleton spawner at the same time. Cheers. Rosh, did you buy any BDP sets? I mean, I obviously got the Pursuit of Flight set. The only other one I bought was the... why am I missing so many pieces? Was the aquarium, the clockwork aquarium. I'm a sucker for things that move. All right, and that's the end. Actually, all these pieces are for the upper part of the balcony, which I guess I built later in the instructions. So we'll just put them aside. But I think we're gonna stop here, or at least take a break. I gotta go eat lunch. But yeah, so here it is so far in all its glory. We got a little oceanography room, beat with sea serpent, some scuba gear, some little chimney on the outside is looking good. I'll definitely add some details in the back, but those will come later. Don't feed the serpent, obviously. He might turn into a pumpkin. The front looks super good. Simple techniques with big effect. Cheers. Yeah, thanks, our Hamburg. But I think I'll do another stream like in a couple of hours. Maybe in 2 hours. I don't know. I'll decide when I do it and I'll schedule it. We'll probably try and do another couple hours today of this build. And then I still don't think we'll finish it, but we'll see what we can do. We make a review video at some point. Actually, I don't think I'll make a review video of this. I don't know. We'll see. Because we're going on vacation next week, I don't really have a lot of time. What's with the 2 sewage drains in the back? Oh, I mean, that's for later. Finish first floor at least. Yeah, I'll try. I think we can finish the first floor today. So, but anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for everybody for joining the chat. We'll see you in a couple hours or so. Yeah. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you later. Okay, I'm stopping now. Bye.